This a Batman tune. I promise you. This shit lit, cuz. This shit lit. Alright? Run that joint.
Niggas looking for the light. Me and my niggas prepared for the dog. Yeah. So we gon' get it on for the last days, nigga. I already know what it is. 140 for the rebel.
They in the building, we in the spot. We can go to war and see who make it out. Earn your stripes, dog, you with us or not. We can get it on when it's on, it don't never stop. First you get that power, gotta hold it down. Watch your step, boy, you on holy ground. They in the building, we in the spot. We can go to war and see who make it out. It's a problem, tell them pop ball. I die for, I let my colors fly, ball. For a nigga take me, they a drop dead. AR, clean them up like a mop pig. Say he cool, he bad, he really so tough. They like, damn, look what he did, it really go rough. Little bitch think she Kiki Palmer, silly hoe. She know I'm that bull, but I ain't from Philly though. From the city where they say about that ribbon like Pt.2. Know them niggas plotting, gotta deal with me. Can't catch me slipping, got to steal with me. Just left Alabama, bought a chopper from some hillbilly move. He made my life feel the blade. Leave them all bruised, come through like a plague. Rebel off the leash like a dog out the cage. Call me Johnny Blaze, I'm one West May. Watch your step get stretched like a limousine. So my brother bring that blade back wet, that's by any little nigga, this that cult, need to talk. Niggas know I got blood in my cup, I just sip it like it's grenadine. They in the building, we in the spot. We can go to war and see who make it out. Earn your stripes, dog, you with us or not. We can get it on when it's on, it don't never stop. First you get that power, gotta hold it down. Watch your step, boy, you on holy ground. They in the build, we in the spot. We can go to war, let's see who make it out. Tell them niggas good night, here come the bitch. Look, told them niggas get right or get left. UPK, bad man, I pin to your flesh. Hellboy, rip the soul out of dead man shit. Got the rate, the power, I been a showstopper. Yeah, they might hate, but I know they gon' watch. Zone on lock, and you know the flow prop. Iced out, got the drip out of David Jones lock. Know I got the plan, they say that you the man. No shit, Sherlock, I'm the one you heard about. Burn down the building, let them all watch. Throw that one west up, then I swerve out. Sick with this shit, I do not need a detox. He don't watch a step, blow him out them Reeboks. We taking over, I'm sending the word out. Can't see me, little nigga, I put you in a bird box. Look, it's one West practical, gladiator, maximal. Creep on them slow, but that Glock fire rapid. All I want is more power, more straps to blow. Ain't got excuse for no cow, he gon' have to go. They in the building, we in the spot. We can go to war and see who make it out. Earn your stripes, dog, you with us or not. We can get it on when it's on, it don't never stop. First you get that power, gotta hold it down. Watch your step, boy, you on holy ground. They in the building, we in the spot. We can go to war and see who make it out.
They killed, give me Isaiah 14 and 21. They did the same thing to my people. So then you said that they put millions of my houses. Yes, you said so. Should a murderer go to jail for murdering? Absolutely. Should a thief go to jail when he steals? Absolutely. Should a robber pay back the money he robbed? Absolutely. So why shouldn't the white man pay for what he did? That's right. That's right.
One day you'll see just how it feels. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog.
I'm in a hell of a hole, was never expected to grow. Just obstacle set in the road, that a result of me selling my soul. The story I'm telling is cold, but yet it's what everyone knows. The white man's the devil is known. America was never our home, only a place of captivity, save facility, hating, disfigure me. They claim that I'm lazy, be killing me. Maybe this slavery draining my energy. 400 years and counting. The trail of my tears is countless. Main fact of them hairs astounding, but I can't wait till this shit is surrounded. Ready to tangle my king and the angel, be ready to rap. Crack in the sky, nuclear missiles will make it official. I'm capturing every cracker surviving. Put them all in chains where they need to be. Slavery for me. And let the whole world see that with them in the cage and safer in the streets. Put the dog on a leash. Get resolved for the beast. 144, get the ruler show, we could all be at peace. As soon as the trumpets are sound, your kingdom we busting it down. The only way justice is found, the time for your judgment is now.
Do you see just how it feels? Payback is a dog. Payback is a dog. Payback is a
Look, ain't no remorse in my blood slim. It won't be no compromise. Now it's time to feed the worms. Watch his body turn to flies. I clutch iron while you trust the lies. The next Glock I buy gon' be Gen 5. I get it customized. And sending shots off like farewell. Praying payback come back around like a carousel. Still remember your Honda's words ringing in my head like bells. Said you in this body, you fit the Lord, fuck the cartel. Triangle choke, apply pressure to the game like I did Vondale. Payback's a bitch in a dress, she a bombshell. Revenge is served cold, I just hope they making oxtail. Glock fresh out the box, I swear it got that new car smell. Made myself a target in a world of mad shooters. Devils design fire for our babies to pass through it. And the day of our king's reign, I'll be overzealous. They bought my jealous, I bought brand new parabellums.
Do you see just how it feels? Payback is a dog. Payback is a dog. Payback is a
Hey, Slacky, can y'all hear me now? I think there was no sound. All right, Thwada. We should be 12 now. Slacky. I was on mute. All right, Shalom. This is ISUPK. Yahweh Hashem Shabakatam. Yahweh Shema Alatan Bashem Yahushai. That means salute to all the brothers and all the sisters. All right, now we have a school. We have a school in the United Kingdom. So if you are in the UK, we have a school. It's located at 394 Lodge Road, B18 5PW. That's the postcode. So again, 394 Lodge Road, B18 5PW. We hold classes there every Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday from 7 p.m. till 9 p.m. Those classes are hosted live in the school. We also have online classes every Tuesday and every Friday, either hosted by Manchester or by London. All right. Shalom. Hey, Shalom, sis. Yahweh Shema Alatan Bashem Yahushai.
Shalom, sorry. Yahweh Shema Alatan Bashem Yahushai.
Most High Christ. All right. So today's class, we're going to get into, we're following on from last week's class. So we're practicing reading, writing, and translating Hebrew. Okay. So I'm going to go through it kind of from the top to the bottom and give you examples of how to read, how to write, and how to translate Hebrew into, what you can understand today. All right. Let me see. Got IJ and Ezzy. Hey, shalom to everyone that is in the class. I can see we got Sereno Jackson. Shalom. We got Sharapar. We have Adolphus Lass, Shalom, Lord in Christ. We have Brittany Laughlin, rib of Officer Batak Ariyah, checking in from Baltimore. Most High in Christ, shout out to Baltimore. Before I continue, let me go ahead and put this link in the chat. So for those that are doing their 90 days or still working on getting your Hebrew name, attendance sign-in is required. All right, so I've just put the link in the comments. If you follow that link and fill in the sign-in sheet, that will sort of count towards your attendance. All right. Shalom also to Officer 500 to Zapawan. Shalom Madawan. Yabashim Shabakata. All right. And then we'll go ahead and share the screen and get started with the class. All right. Which one are we going to do? Okay.
There's something I'm supposed to be signing too.
So to start off, we're going to go through the Hebrew alphabet. So, Kapar, I know you're quite new. Well, you're new to this class. How familiar are you with the Hebrew alphabet?
I don't know it by heart, but I have my Hebrew alphabet right here.
Most High in Christ.
Sir.
Oh, okay. All right. So what we're going to do is we're just going to go through the Hebrew alphabet. Now, with the note that you just had with the Hebrew alphabet, do you have just the ancient or both the ancient and the Assyrian?
So on one side, I believe it's the ancient. It looks like that. And then on the other side is it looks like this.
Okay, right. So that is with the Assyrian. That's the modern Hebrew.
Okay. Sir.
Christ.
It's waiting.
All right. So what we're going to do... Oh,
nothing. You just have to wait for it to upload. It's going to pop up.
What we'll do now is we'll go through the Hebrew alphabet. So from the
when it's off,
you can see the Hebrew will go from the right to the left. Okay, so we're going to start right here, and we're going to go from the right to the left. So let's see. IJ and Ezekiel, can y'all hear me? Isaiah and Ezekiel, can you hear me? No, okay. All right, no sweat. I think they might just have a bit of connection issues. Okay, so we're gonna start from the right to the left. So, is it this Hebrew right here that you're familiar with, Kapara?
sir. The top one.
This one. All right.
Sir.
Okay, so what I want you to do, I believe the notes you had. So it has the ancient on one side and then the modern on the other side.
Sir.
Okay, all right, no sweat. What I want you to do do you have a notebook to hand?
Sir, I do.
Okay, Most High in Christ. If you could take notes, here's what I want you to do and just go through the Hebrew alphabet. While we're doing it, is I want you to write down. So say you write the ancient. So this is R in the ancient, and then write the Assyrian next to it.
Sir.
So this is the Assyrian, and then you're just gonna write R. Right. So you're gonna write it in the Paleo, the ancient, and then in the Assyrian, and then write how the letter is pronounced. So, for example, with R, and then for the second one, you're gonna do Ba, which looks like that, right? And then you're gonna write Ba. We're gonna go through the full Hebrew alphabet and get it written down in a nice format where it's easy to understand and get each letter.
Okay, sir.
All right, Most High in Christ.
Okay.
Okay. So whilst you're working on that, and also so when you get to the certain letters, so there's 5 letters in the Hebrew alphabet where the modern has different forms depending on if it's at the end of a word or not, right? And those 5 letters are Ka, Ma, Na, Pa, and Tazar. So when you get to, for example, Ka, again, you'll write it as usual in the ancient Hebrew. So you just write out. So let me get a fresh pen. Let me clear the board so I have more space. When you get to car, oh, this pen is also dead. Give me 1 second. All right, let me add these new students to like here. Hey, shalom, sis. Yao Shamal Ata Bashem Yao Shai. Okay, so when you get to car, you'll have two different forms. You have these. You'll need to write both forms. So you'll need to write it in the paleo and in the ancient.
Okay, con, sir.
And then obviously just write car. Right?
Con,
So
sir.
each letter you'll have a breakdown on the modern, it's like on the ancient and the modern.
Con, sir.
All right, the word.
I understand.
Okay. So whilst we're just going through that, hey, shalom to Bathia Allah as well. Slaki, can you hear me, Bathia Allah? Shalom, sis. All right. All right, no sweat. What I'll do is I'll go through the Hebrew alphabet here. So starting from the right to the left, it starts off with R. So this is R in the Paleo. This is R in the Assyrian. Then Ba. Then Ga. Da. Ha. Wa. Za. Then this is Ka. It's not Cha. It's not Che. It's Ka, right? So Aba, Ga, Da, Ha, Wa, Za, Ka. Ta, Ya, Ka, La, Ma, Na, Sa, I, Pa, Taza, Kwa, Ra, Sha, and Tha. So for all those 22 letters, you should have those written down. Hey, shalom, sis. Yahweh Shema La Ta Ba Shem Yahweh Shai. All right, no sign Christ. So what we're doing now is we're just going through the Hebrew alphabet. So again, from right to left, let me see. Who is... Let me see. Diana, could you read for me the full Hebrew alphabet? So again, from the right to the left. So from R all the way through to Shah. Tha, so like here.
Aba, Ga, Da, Ha, Wa, Za, Ka, Ta, Ya, Ka, La, Ma, Na, Sa, I, Pa, Taza, Kwa, Ra, Sha, and Tha.
Perfect. Well done. All right, good job. Okay, so that is the Hebrew alphabet. So I'm gonna give everyone some time. I'm gonna give Kapar some time to write these down in both the ancient and the Assyrian. So everybody should have the full Hebrew alphabet in both the ancient and the Assyrian. Okay, so both the ancient and the modern Hebrew. If you don't, then take the time now to write it down in your notes. The format I would recommend doing is for each letter, like I did with Kapar, is write out the ancient. So you're going to write the ancient for R, and then the modern, which is like this, and you're going to write R. Right? The same for Ba, Ga, Da, Ha, so on and so forth. Okay, now when you get to letters like Ka or Ma, let me do Ma for example, you're going to write Ma in the ancient, then you're going to write Ma in the Assyrian. There's two forms. So there's one based on if it's at the start or in the middle of a word, and there's another if it's at the end of a word. If it's at the end of the word, it's like a square, right? So you're just going to do this, and this is Ma, right? So let me show you can see. So this is R, for example, and then this is an example where there's two forms for the modern, which is Ma. Just going to do that for the whole alphabet. That's if you don't already have it down. Just you can always refer to that alphabet, and whenever you need to translate something from the modern to the Assyrian, or read something in the modern and see what letters they are in the ancient, you'll know how to do so. Okay. So for those who were here last class, what we did is we went through and we translated. So there's 4 different lines of text that I had. I had the phrase in the English language, the phrase in Hebrew, but the English letters. For example, Yahweh, if you were to spell that in English letters, it would be YAWA, like YAHAWAH, Yahweh, right? And then I had it written out in both the ancient Hebrew and the modern Hebrew. Okay, so that's like 4 lines in total, and we went through reading and translating them. Okay, so I'm gonna go through it very quickly. So give me 1 second. I'll go through it very quickly in a second. Oh, in fact, let me see if I can bring it up. Give me 1 sec. So we translated the salute for the brothers and for the sisters. Let me just get that up here. Bring it to the front. So back here. So for example, let me not cover the Assyrian. We did. So this is the salute written out in both the ancient Hebrew and the Assyrian Hebrew. So who can have a go at reading this phrase right here? Let's see. So if you was to read out the ancient Hebrew right here, how would you read it? Diana, if you could have a go. So this first word, you have a ya, a ha, a wa, and a ha. Now again, you're going to use what you know of the Hebrew alphabet, so you know the letters, and you're going to use these connectors to form the word. This is the first word. How would you pronounce that, Diana?
Yahweh.
Yahweh, perfect. And Yahweh is the name of God, right? So Yahweh, and then this second word, how would you say this?
Bahashem.
Bahasham, brilliant, right? So Bahasham. Now, if you was to break down what Bahasham means, it's there's 2 prepositions, meaning prepositions are letters that go before a root word and they mean different things, right? So for example, ba as a preposition means in. Ha as a preposition means the. So we have in, the, and then sham means name, right? So Bahasham, what does Bahasham mean? Based on what we just broke down.
In the name.
In the name. Brilliant. Okay, so far we have Yahweh, in the name. And then what have we got next? What's this word? These 5 letters. Let's see. Kapar, are you familiar with how to read the ancient Hebrew?
A little bit.
Okay. All right, no sweat. So I'm gonna break it down and give you a quick example. So for example, with this word, you want to identify what letters you have.
Mm-hmm.
So from the Hebrew alphabet, could you tell me what letters we have here? So in this 5-letter word.
That's Ta, Taha.
So this first letter is Ya.
Oh, sorry, I can't see it. I think I want to switch. I'm on my phone. I think I want to get my laptop because it's
Okay.
small.
All right, no sweat.
Okay, concert.
All right, the water.
Okay, I got it.
Okay, so let me see. I'll just wait till she gets on. Bathia Allah, are you able to turn your camera on?
Concert.
Okay, most sign Christ. Okay. Now, Bathia Allah, are you familiar with how to read the Hebrew?
Which one?
The ancient. So, for example, if you read out this word right here.
Like the symbol itself?
Khan. So these are Hebrew letters, right? So if you look in the Hebrew alphabet, you can identify which letters these are. So this first letter is Ya. The second letter is Ha. This third is Wa. This is Sha. And this is I, right? So the letters you have are Ya, Ha, Wa, Sha, I. Now these connectors underneath the word, let me just zoom in real quick. These are what I like to call them connectors, okay? What this arch means, this sort of N shape, is that you pronounce the letter fully. Okay, so Ya, Ha, and Wa are all pronounced as the full letter. What this upside down arch means is that these two letters are joined together. So Sha and I joins together to make Shai, right? So if you was to read this word, how would you read it?
Ya,
Slackiest.
Ha,
Oh,
Wa.
sorry.
1 second, Slakia. Go ahead.
Is it Yahawashai?
Yahawashai. That's correct. Brilliant. Right? So you see these letters. So Ya, Ha, Wa, Sha, and I. Ya, Ha, Wa. Then these are joined. Shai. Yahawashai. Okay. Salakia. Was like he said Salakia. Was it Kapar?
Answer. Okay.
You need everything to what? You need something?
Oh no, I was just asking to pronounce the name of what it was.
Okay, Khan. I'll give you this next word right here.
Okay, concert.
So far we have Yahweh in the name, Yahawashai. Now in the Hebrew, there's no Hebrew word for of or is. It's by context. So here it would be Yahweh in the name of Yahawashai, but there's no word for of. It's just implied by the context, right? So Yahweh in the name of Yahawashai. This next word we have a 3-letter word. So Kapar, if you could have a go at pronouncing this word.
Okay, is Ba. Sorry, I'm waiting on my laptop to. Okay.
Let me get in a bit closer.
Is it Barak?
Barak. Perfect. So you have Ba, Ra, and Ka. The Ba is pronounced individually. The Ra and the Ka join to make Rak. So when you join letters, for example, with this Ra and Ka, the A drops off on the second letter. So instead of saying Raka, it says Rak. Right?
Okay.
Also in Christ. So Yahweh Bahashem Yahushai Barak. Now the word Barak means salute or bless. Right? So you're saying Yahweh in the name of Yahushai, bless or salute. And then these last two words are what you'd say if the person you're talking to is just one brother or you're talking to a group of brothers, right?
Answer.
Let me who do I want to break down these two words? Let me see. Tharapa, are you able to are you in a spot where you can speak?
Concert.
All right, Most High in Christ. Okay, could you read out for me this first word here? So the one I'm pointing to.
Atha.
Athar. Perfect. And what does the word athar mean?
So lucky. I really don't know.
Can't, no sweat. Can anybody else tell me what the word athar means?
It's you.
You, correct. So you're saying Barak Athar means bless or salute you, right? Now this second word, let me see. Diana, what is this second word right here?
A thumb.
Atham. And what does that mean?
I think you all.
That's correct. So it means it's basically saying you, but talking to multiple people, right? So it's the plural of you. So it's instead of saying you, you'd say like you all or y'all. Like Americans say y'all. The British, I don't know, what do we say in the UK? I don't know. You lot, you man. Talking to all to all y'all, right? Talking to a group of men. So you would either say Yahweh Ba Hashem Yahweh Shabrak Athar, talking to one brother, or Yahweh Ba Hashem Yahweh Shabrak Atham, talking to a group of brothers, right? So that is how we broke down the salute for the brothers. Okay, so I have it here. I have it written out in the ancient Hebrew, the modern Hebrew, the Hebrew in the English letters, and then just the English translation. Okay. Did everybody? All right. So has everybody got down the Hebrew alphabet in both the ancient and the modern, or do I need to just go back to that and give you some time to get it done?
Slocky, sir, just a little bit more time.
I can't. No sweat. So what I want everyone to have is a full breakdown of the Hebrew alphabet. Okay, so like I did in this example here, you're gonna write down R in the ancient. So this is R in the Paleo, the ancient, and then R in the Assyrian, and you're gonna write R. So that's how it's pronounced, right? Now you're gonna do that for each letter. So Ba, again, you're gonna write Ba in the ancient, Ba in the Assyrian, and then write Ba underneath it, B-A. You're gonna do that for each of these letters. Now, when you get to, for example, either Ka, Ma, Na, Pa, or Taza, these 5 letters, let me go on so these 5 letters here, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, these 5 have different forms. If the letter is at the end of a word, like for example, with Barak in the Assyrian, we used this Ka with the Ka because it was at the end of the word, right? If it was doing Baha, like in Bahasham, we'd use this Ma. But if it was saying, what's a word that has Ma? And that's not at the end. If he was saying Makar, which means tomorrow, we would use this Ma at the start, right? So when you get to letters like that, like I've done with this example with Ma, what you want to do is again write the ancient, and then you're going to write both forms of the Assyrian, and you're going to write Ma. Okay, so you'll have a full breakdown of the Hebrew alphabet. If anyone doesn't have that, I want you to write it down now. I'll give you all some time. All right, while we're doing that, a shalom to Awa Ya'ala. Shalom, Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shabbat. Checking in from Little Rock, Arkansas. Most High in Christ. We've got Princess Nakath, Most High in Christ. Shalom, always tuning in. Yahweh Shemal Athar Bashem Yahweh Shai, checking in from California. Shout out to Cali. All right. Okay, so I'm gonna give you all some time to get that down. Bathia Allah, do you have this the Hebrew alphabet written down? I can't remember. Okay, Most High in Christ. Was you here in last week's class? So like, forgive me.
I don't think so.
All right, no sweat. Okay, so I'll also go through the second example we did with the salute for the sisters, and then I'm going to teach you almost everything you need in order to break down what words mean. Also break down how to say or how to translate these phrases. So this is again So the title of this class is going over how to read Hebrew, how to write Hebrew, and how to translate Hebrew. So for example, we just went over reading and translating. Later on, we're going to go through writing as well. So we're going to basically reverse it. So I'm going to give you the phrase in English. I'm going to get you to translate it into the Hebrew letters. I mean, the Hebrew in the English letters, and then I'm going to get you to write it out in the Hebrew letters in both Hebrews. So we're going to practice again, translating and then writing. Okay. Hey, shalom to Nadab and Yamyan. Shalom. Yahweh Shema Latah Bashim Yahshai. All right. So let's see. If I was to, what should I go through next? Okay. Kapar, what letter are you on in the Hebrew alphabet?
Ka. I already have it, like the whole thing written down like from before, but to get it how you want it, like to where they're side by side, I'm only on Ka. I wrote down like the one of the characters and the way it sounds, like the AH, and then so it looks like this.
Let's see.
I got to Ka.
Okay, you got to Ka. All right, no
No,
sweat.
sir. Okay.
You can carry on. Let me see. If I make this. All right, while you're doing that, I'm going to go through. In fact, here's what I'm going to do. 1 second. Let me move this over here. 1 second. Okay. I'm just going to take a screenshot of this section. So we're going to go through the salute for the sisters. Okay, give me 1 second. Let me move this back. So does anybody who knows the salute for the sisters?
Is it Salam Yahweh Bashem Yashad?
So that's the salute for the brothers.
Salakia, is it Yahweh Shamar Alatha Bashmi Shai?
That's correct. It's Yahweh Shema Alatha Bashem Yahushai. Okay. So we have it right here. Let me get that up on the screen. Bring this up. There we go. Okay. So right here we have the phrase. So we have Yahweh, which again means God. Now the second word is Shema. Now who can tell me what the word Shema means? So you see a brother's been tasked with being on Shema.
Salakia, sir, if I may.
Come on, go ahead.
It means to watch or
That's
watch.
correct. That's correct. It means to watch or guard, right?
Come on,
So
sir.
in this case, we're going to use the word watch. So Yahweh, watch, right? Now, this word aisle, you can tell me what the word aisle means.
Salakia, sir, if I may.
Come on, go ahead.
Over.
That's right. So this is something we went over in our directions class we did a few weeks ago, right? So Yahweh, Shema, aisle, so watch over. Okay, so Shema, aisle means watch over. And again, you have this word athar, which means you. But this second word we have, who can read out this second word for me?
Slakia, sir, is it a than?
Athan, correct. Now, what does athan mean?
Does it mean you?
In what context? So it does mean you, but is athan, is it who are we talking to when we say athan?
Salakia, is it the brothers?
So like, go ahead, Dinah.
A group of sisters?
That's correct, right? So when we say athan, we're talking to a group of sisters, right? So when we said atham, ending in the ma, that was a group of brothers. Athan is when you're talking to a group of sisters, okay? So athan is the plural feminine for you. So that's you all talking to a group of sisters. So I would say to you all, Yahweh Shema Al Athan, Bahashem Yahushai. Right? And again, of course, these last two words is again the same. So in the name of Yahweh Shai. So this full phrase, what you're saying is Yahweh, watch over you in the name of Yahweh Shai. Right? And this is how you'd write it out. So Yahweh Shema Al Atha or Athan, Bahashem Yahweh Shai. Okay, so if you haven't written these down already, I would suggest you write them down. Now, because we went over this in last class, I would focus on the ancient Hebrew. So just write the ancient Hebrew, write out how you pronounce it. Right, so this one, Yahweh Shema Ayel Atha Bahashem Yahushai, and then write out the English translation. Okay, so I'm gonna put this one over here. I'm gonna get the one for the brothers and put it down also. Let's get this real quick. So that is the breakdown, Salakia, for both salutes. So the salutes for the brothers and the salutes for the sisters. So you should all, when you're saying these salutes, now you can break down what it is exactly you're saying, right? You're not just copying and repeating, you know what it is you're saying. You're saying Yahweh in the name of Yahweh Shai, bless you or salute you, or you're saying Yahweh watch over you in the name of Yahweh Shai. All right, so I just made these the same size. So anybody who already has the Hebrew alphabet written down, write out these phrases. Okay, so you're going to write it out in the ancient Hebrew, then write out how you pronounce it or how you read it, which is this one, and then write out the English translation. Hey, shalom to we got Tamika. Shalom to Tamika checking in from Chicago. Shout out to Chicago and the Captain Mal Quad. We got Officer of 1,000 Mariah Allah, also out of Chicago. Shalom Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai Brakatha. All right, no sign Christ. Check this out. All right. Also, if anybody has any questions, just say Salakia or raise your hand. I'll get to it. Probably better to say Salakia because I might not see you on the screen. I think I've actually... let me put you guys back on screen. Salakia. There we go. Now I can see it. All right. But just say Salakia. All right. Shalom. Yahweh Shema Atha Bashem Yahushai. Shalom to Akira. Checking in from California. California MD? What's MD? MD. I don't know. California is
MD Salakia, it's Maryland.
Maryland. Okay, so there's another California in Maryland. That's interesting. Yeah, I'm from the UK. All right, you'll have to forgive me. All right, so shout out to California, shout out to Maryland. All right, who else we got? We got precinct officer of 1,000. I believe this is Officer Ita Zab. Forgive me if I'm wrong. Checking in from Florida. All right, shalom, yabashim shabkata. Yes, it is. So there's another California. Okay, so really, y'all are just y'all are just getting confusing. All right, concert law. So California is in. Wait. Also, California is a state. Is it a state? Yeah, it's a state, but also it is a city within Maryland. That's interesting. I guess that's how I think Washington's also a state, and then there's Washington D.C., which is in Virginia, right? Which was mad confusing once I found that out. I was like, what the heck? California, Maryland. Yeah, Khan. Yeah, Khan. I was like, yeah, I was like, I said, yeah, but Shem Shab Kata, Shalom, Mother One, Northern Christ. Right. Okay. Maryland is a city named California, and Hollywood same as the California, the state. Most on Christ. All right. I'm gonna get there. All right. One of these days, I'm gonna be like, yeah, MD, Maryland. Yeah, shout out to Maryland. I'm gonna get there eventually. All right. All right, God. Also, like, let me click off this so it doesn't have to. There we go. Okay, so everybody should either be writing down the Hebrew alphabet or these phrases, these salutes. Okay. They're totally different. Yeah. Totally different. Maryland is, where's Maryland? Maryland's, it sounds like it's down south, but it's probably not. Now I'm intrigued. Maryland is near Washington. Let me not get too enthralled with that. I'll be trying to learn. East Coast? All right. Okay, Maryland's East Coast. No sign of Christ. Okay. Right. So while let's see. While we're working on that, so the next thing we're going to go through is prepositions and possessive adjectives. Okay, so prepositions, the word preposition means before a position, right? So prepositions go before a root word. Okay, like with Ba Hasham, Ba and Ha are prepositions, and Sham is a root word that means name. Okay, so with prepositions, there are a few. So not every letter is a preposition, but there are a few letters which are. Okay, does anybody have a list or can refer to their notes to tell me what Hebrew letters are prepositions and what they mean? All right, so Akira asks, so when we type these, we will type them left to right, meaning end to beginning of the salute. So when you type it, say if you're typing it out in the English letters, right? So you're typing out, Yahweh, Yahwah, Hashem, you type that out from left to right because it's in the English letters. But if you're typing it out in the Hebrew letters, for example, if you're using like a Hebrew keyboard on your phone, which would be the modern Hebrew, you'd write it would already do from right to left. So you would just write out, Yah, Ha, Wa, and Ha, and it would already align it to the right. Okay, the same if you was to get a converter to write it out in the Paleo, it would do it from the right to left. Right. Slaki, where was I? Can anybody tell me what letters in the Hebrew are prepositions? In total, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. We have 11 letters which are prepositions. Oh, Slovakia. I wasn't meant to make that one. Get this one here. Okay, so just let me do this. Okay, and I get this word here. So, in fact, let me put it on this side. So the prepositions we have. Has everybody got down that was writing down these salutes? Everybody got them down. So the Hebrew letters, the Hebrew and the English letters, and then the English translation. Come on. All right.
Slugger, sir, if I may.
Come on, go ahead.
Okay, I just finished with the alphabet, but I didn't get all of that stuff.
All right, no sweat. All right, what I'm going to do... Okay, before I move on to prepositions, we'll just go over these again while you're writing them down.
Did you want me to write down the bottom, the phrase?
So what you're going to do is write down... In fact, let me just... I'll delete these and go down to where it is right here. So what I want you to do is write out the ancient Hebrew. So for time's sake, we're not going to write out both Hebrews, but in last class we did. So you're just going to write out the ancient Hebrew, then write out the Hebrew in the English letters, which is this one in bold, and then the English translation.
Okay. Go on, sir.
So this first one, you have Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai Barak Athar or Atham, which again means Yahweh and the name Yahweh Shai, bless or salute you or you all, talking to either one brother or a group of brothers.
Okay.
Right, so that's the salute for the brothers. For the sisters, you have Yahweh, Shema, Ayel, Athar / Athan. So Athar or Athan, Hashem Yahweh Shai. So you're saying Yahweh, watch over you or you all, talks to either one sister or a group of sisters, in the name of Yahweh Shai. So those are the salutes and the breakdowns. So Larkis just had a question. Let me see. So like if I may, prepositions go before a root word like ba, da, ha, wa, and ya. Those are correct. So those are all prepositions, right? So I'll go through this later on, but with these prepositions, I can tell you what these mean. So as a preposition means I or I am, right? It's an informal way of saying I or I am. Usually you would use the subject pronoun anya, right? So anya means I. So if I was to say, I am watching, I would say anya shawama, I am watching, right? That's a whole other topic, present tense verbs, past tense verbs. That's a whole different topic. But to give the example, anya means I or I am, but as a preposition is like an informal way of saying I or I am. Okay. Next we have ba, right? So ba is a preposition which means in, or it can also mean on. Like, for example, with the phrase, we went over this a few classes ago over directions. We learned how to say I am on my way, right? Which was anya ba darak. No, yeah, anya ba darakya. Okay, so anya means I am, ba means on in this case, Darak means way, and Darak ya means my way, right? So we'll also go into possessive adjectives in this class. If let me actually, I can actually just take a snapshot of where we wrote that down, just so y'all can visualize rather than me just saying, because it would be hard to it would be hard to just get it off, just hearing it. All right, so give me 1 second. So get this right here.
So give it a second.
And go back. Where should I put this? I'll put this phrase in between these salutes. So just so no one gets confused, should I put a border around it? Do a border. This is something different. All right, this is the phrase "I am on my way." We have Anya. So Anya ba darakya. So Anya means I or I am. So I am. Ba in this context means on. Darak means way. And then darakya means my way. Right? So Anya ba darakya. I'm on my way. So little phrases like that using what's it called? Prepositions and possessive adjectives together with the words you learn over time, you'll be able to make and sort of translate these phrases into the Hebrew. This is how we begin to learn how to speak Hebrew. So that is bar. Now da is a preposition that means do. It's an informal way of saying do. Ha means the. We've been through that with Bar Hasham. Wa is a preposition that means and. Right. So if you was to say, for example, the brothers and the sisters, it is akyam wa akwafyan. Right. So brothers and sisters. Okay. And then ya is a preposition that means he. Okay. So for example, you'll see this a lot where in the Bible it says, and he spake, or and Moses spake, or and the Lord spake unto Moses. It will say wa yadabar, which means wa means and, ya means he, and then the bar means spake, right? So wa yadabar, and he spake. All right. Now for this, now Hebrew, it can be tricky. Right? It's only tricky because this language was whipped out of us. We was taught English, we was taught Spanish, we was taught whatever language you speak today. That's the only reason it's difficult. But this, we used to speak this fluently. We used to be able to read this, speak this. This is our language that we spoke, right? So this is, we're just getting back to it. It's only difficult because this language was literally whipped out of us.
Right? Sir, if I may.
Come on, go ahead.
Did you want us to write that part you just put? I'm on my way.
This right here, you don't have to write that down. That was just an example of ba. It means in, but can also mean on, right?
Okay.
In this context. So don't write this down.
Come, sir. Come. Did you want me to write number the salute for the brothers and the salute for the sisters?
Yes.
Come, sir.
And so this I can move, just delete. All right. What's this supposed to say? The Duolingo app helps a lot after you know the basic letters. So it can do. Now the Duolingo app, it will teach you modern Hebrew. So it will teach you what the so-called Jewish man knows about Hebrew, right? And his Hebrew is I don't know. I don't trust the oppressor to teach me Hebrew. So I get the Hebrew from the Bible, right? I think one of the a good resource to be able to translate like biblical passages into Hebrew is the Blue Letter Bible. So everybody should have, or you'll want to get and download the Blue Letter Bible app, right? And what that does is it translates the Old Testament into biblical Hebrew. Okay. Also, you'll want to pay attention to these classes, and over time, you will start to pick up your vocabulary. You'll start to learn the Hebrew. But yeah, once you know the basic letters, once you know prepositions and prepositions, subject pronouns, and possessive adjectives, you can put that all together, right? And the Blue Letter Bible will help you learn, root words. For example, knowing how to say way, you'd look up the word way in the Blue Letter Bible, find where it's in the scripture, and then find out the word for that, right? Which is Darak. So using those different resources, you can start to translate and to learn Hebrew. All right. Okay. So we have just both the salutes. Can I move this? No, that's fine. Can't. So as Officer Aitazab said, Duolingo is good for knowing what you're looking at in the Tanakh, but not for learning Hebrew. So for actually learning Hebrew, learning how to speak it, how to put sentences together, you want to pay attention to these classes. You want to use resources like the Blue Letter Bible. There is, ideally, you just want to just tune in on these classes and ask questions, right? So if you want to know how to say something, just ask the question and we can find out for you, right? The order. Other one. Okay. So we're about an hour in. Give you some more time to write down these phrases. While we're doing that, I can get this on the page. Let me just move this to the side and we'll go through the next part. So we want to get down these prepositions. Okay. So you'll just want to write a header, prepositions, and then the description. So prepositions go before a root word, right? For example, you have Wayadabar, and he spake. So dabar is the root word, which means to speak. And prepositions go before it to add the context. It's like someone just join. No, all right, no sweat. Another example you have is Waha Bayath Sapar, right, which means and the school, right? So the root word is Bayath, which means house. Bayath Sapar means school, and it's made up of two words. Bayath meaning house, Sapar meaning book, right? So the word for school is basically house, book. Put it together, it means school, right? So if you was to say Waha Bayath Sapar, so Bayath Sapar means school. What am I saying when I say Waha Bayath Sapar? You can break that down for me using the prepositions. So when I say Waha Bayath Sapar, you can break down what I'm saying. Anybody? All right, no sweat. I'll give you the answer. So if we look in these prepositions, so if Bayath Sapar means school, when I say Waha Bayath Sapar, I'm using prepositions. All right, so the first preposition I used is wa, and the second is ha. So we look at what the preposition means. Wa means and, ha means the. So if I say Waha Bayath Sapar, So Waha Bayath Sapar, I'm saying and the school. Right? So that is, for example, in the power structure prayer, you'd say, yeah, Barakatha Yahweh, so bless you, Yahweh, Wa Yahweh Shai, and Yahweh Shai, Wa Me'aka Allah, Wa Alahayim, Mataza Bi'a, Alawat Bihana. So the preposition Wa is used a lot in that prayer. So it means and, you're saying, and Michael, and the generals, and the captains, and the officers. So that's an example of how you'd use prepositions. All right. You also have, for example, ha alawapium, which means, so ha means the, alawap means general, and then alawap yam, that yam at the end makes it plural. So when I say ha alawap yam, ha means the, alawap means general, and yam makes it plural. So what does ha alawapium mean? You can tell me that.
So, okay, is it the general?
The general singular?
No, like the plural one.
That's correct. It's the generals, right? So ha alawapium means the generals, right? And then, for example, you have, Waha Saranium. Is it said like that? Waha Saranium would be and the captains, right? So Saran is captain, Saranyam is captains, and so on and so forth. So how would you say and the sisters? You can break that down for me.
Like, sir, if I may.
Khan, go ahead.
Waha. I don't know how to say sisters, but I know Waha is for and the
Okay, so sister is Akwath.
Aqua.
To make a feminine word plural, you add yan to the end. So yan. Right? So sister is Akwath. Sisters would be
Aquatian.
Akwathian. That's correct. So and the sisters. Go ahead.
And the sisters is Waha Aquatian.
Waha Akwathian.
Waha Aquatian.
Akwathian, that's correct. So and the sisters is Waha Akwathian. Okay, that's correct. All right. So has everybody written down both salutes? And then are we currently writing down the prepositions?
Sir.
All right, most high in Christ. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I can remove this. I'm just gonna go up the prepositions here. So the prepositions, not every letter is a preposition, but these are the ones that are. So again, like I went through the few in the beginning, a means I or I am. It's an informal way of saying that. The formal way would be anya, like we went through earlier. Ba means in, or in some contexts, this can mean on, but mainly means in. Da means do. Ha is the. Wa means and. Ya means he. Now ka means like, right? So if you're comparing something, you'd use ka, right? So say, I don't know, it's like in color to something, you'd use ka to say like, right? La is a preposition that means to. For example, with la yasha'ala, who knows what that means? La yasha'ala.
Like, sir, if I may.
Khan, go ahead.
To Israel.
To Israel. Perfect. Right? So la means to, yasha'ala means Israel. Okay? And then you also have ma, which means of. So, for example, with tithes, right? Tithes is ma'ashara, right? So, Aishara is a number, means 10. So, ma'ashara means of 10, a tenth, right? So, that's an example of ma. All right, let me get this question right here. So, like I say, are you able to show us the sisters, captain, and general spelling in Hebrew, or would that be another class? I've done that in a previous class. Let me just bring over the. I'm gonna have to make it smaller as to not get too in the way of this class. But let me go ahead and grab that real quick. I think that was the first class I did in this format where I was writing it down like online. Where are we? Right here. Oh, I should have just give me 1 second. All right, so ma means of. What's the next one? Shah. So shah means pertain, right? It means pertaining to. An example of this would be shamayim, right? So like abanawa, shabah, shamayim. So shah means, in that context, it means which. Ba means in, so which is in. And then shamayim is a word that means heaven, right? Or the heavens. Shamayim comes from two words. Shah, which is the preposition, and mayim, which means water, right? So shamayim means of water. And the reason shamayim means heavens is because if you've come across the scripture where there is the waters which are below and there's the waters which are above, right? The firmament which is in heaven. Okay, so heaven is likened to, or the heavens or like space is likened to water. The same way you kind of float in water, you float in heaven, right? In space, or there's no oxygen. You can't breathe in space. You're not really meant to be there, right? So the heavens is related to water. So shamayim. Okay, let me get this for the cuff. Let me put it on this side. All right, so this is a previous class where I went through the power structure. So you have, for example, Yahweh Shai, Michael, which is Mayaka Allah in the Hebrew. For example, General Mayaka Allah, he's named after Michael. The angels is Alahayim, commanding General Yahana. So general is Alawap, commanding is Mata Zabia'ah. So Mata Zabia'ah Alawap Yahana is commanding General Yahana. You have the generals, which is Ha Alawapium. So the word for general is Alawap. The captains, Ha Saranium. So Saran is captain. The officers, Ha Kwatazayanyam. So officer is Kwatazayan. The troopers, Ha Kayayalyam. So trooper is Kayayal. And then the sisters, Ha Akwath. Should say Ha Akwath Yan. Give me 1 second. I think that's how it is in the prayer. So I'm gonna just leave it like that. Let me not change anything. All right. So Shah means pertain. We went through Shemayim. Tha means future tense. Okay. So if you're saying, for example, I am going to go, right? So go is, or the word for to walk or to go is halak. If you're saying, for example, you're going to go, you might use thalak, right, to make it future tense. That's an example of that. Okay, so possessive adjectives. Now, possessive adjectives, they go after a root word. For example, you have, pardon me, for example, you have father, which is Abba, right? If you were to say, like in the prayer, in the Lord's Prayer, it says our Father, which is Abba Nawa, right? So you add Nawa at the end, and it means our Father, right? If you were to say my father, how would you say my father? Let's see.
Slash, sir, would it be?
sorry.
Go ahead, Diana.
Would it be Abba Ya?
Abba Ya, that's correct, right? So you to add to say my, you add ya at the end of the root word. So Abba Ya means my father. The same way Abba Ka is your father. If you was to say, for example, Let's see. Bayath Sapanawa. What does that mean? So Bayath Sapar means school. So Bayath Sapar Nawa, what would that mean?
So like I said, if I may.
Can't go ahead.
Our school?
Our school. That's correct. Right? It's an example. So other words you could use, say, if you're saying, I don't know, maybe you have a bunch of sisters of the same tribe, right? So tribe in the Hebrew is Shabbat, right? So if I'm talking to, for example, the Judite sisters, I would say Shabbat Kan Yahawada, right? Your tribe is Yahawada. If I was to say, for example, most of the brothers in the UK school are Benjamin, right? If I was to say their tribe is Benjamin, I would say, if I was to talk to them directly and say your tribe is Benjamin, I would say Shabbat Kam Banyamyan. If I was to say their tribe is Benjamin, it would be Shabbat Ma Banyamyan, right? So I use this one right here where you'd add Ma at the end. So Shabbat Ma Banyamyan. Their tribe is Benjamin, right? So that's how you make words possessive. So that's how my father, my mother, our school, our tribe, your tribe, so on and so forth, right? So everybody write these down, and once you've written these down, we'll go on to the last exercise of today's class. So what we're going to do is we're going to translate a phrase. We're going to translate one of the prayers from scratch. Okay, so from basically just the English translation, we're going to translate it all the way from getting it into the Hebrew with the English letters and then writing it out in the Hebrew letters. All right, the sister Ayandabar. Shalom to Olivia Yahawashima Alathar Bashem Yahushai. All right. Let me keep this up here. So, let me see. Is there anybody still writing down the prepositions or the possessive adjectives?
So like I said, if I may, I got them all written down, but I'm just writing down the like the symbols next to them, the Hebrew characters.
Yeah. No sweat. Continue.
Okay, concept.
All right. Let me see about this question. So Psalms 83. All right. Hey, shalom, other one. Yabashim Shabbat. Like it. What's the? It's like Yabashim Shabbat. Got General Kabbalah Mark, General Q. He has to see. Let me see what they have written down. All right. Let me see. So far, I do want to go through each individual student and see what they've sort of written down in their notes. Let's see. All right, so he wants to show me what they've written. So show me what you've written in your notes. So we'll show the example of, for example, the salute for the brothers. You can show me what they've written when they wrote down the salute for the brothers.
Shalom, sir.
Let's see. Let me see. Go ahead. Let me see Kapar's example.
Okay. Do I guess I flip my camera back or just show you like this?
That should be two up, so I can see.
So this was at the beginning of the
Con.
class, over here, and then I wrote down all these,
Con, so that's the Hebrew alphabet, Most High in Christ.
and then I finished over here. I don't know if you can see that.
Con, so Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai.
Oh, there it goes. Sorry.
Salakia. Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. I think you've written, so you've written Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai.
So Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Barak Atah, and Atam, and then Yahweh in the name, Yahweh Shai, bless you all, and then Yahweh Shema Alatam Bahashem, well, like Atah, Atan Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, and it says, Yahweh watch over you and you all in the name Yahweh Shai, and then prepositions go before the root word, and then I started writing them right here.
Okay, Most High in Christ. If you could go back to the salute for the brothers.
Okay.
You might need to. So if you go over, you see where you've done the Hebrew letters. So from right to left. So what you've
right
written,
here?
Hebrew Khan. What you've written in the Hebrew letters is Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai Bahashem Yahweh Shai. So you want to change that last part to Barak Athar / Atham.
You mean right here?
Khan.
Okay.
So that says Bahashem Yahweh Shai twice. So you want to change that last part to Barak Athar / Atham. All right.
Okay. Okay, Khan,
Okay. So let me just get that back on the screen. Did you finish writing down the possessive adjectives?
I did. I was just working on the little the side ones, but I took a screenshot.
Okay. All right. No, so I'll just bear with me. All right, so let me show you the salute for the brothers. So at the end here, you'll write Barak Athar / Atham.
Okay, Khan.
So if anybody's still writing down the possessive adjectives, let me get this over here as well. All right, so there you go. This is the possessive adjectives right here. So once everyone's got this down, you should be good to go. Okay. Oh, slow here. Right. So for anybody who's ready to move on to the next exercise we're going to do, so we're going to fully translate the Bless Israel prayer, right? So the Bless Israel prayer, let me get it up on the, 1 second. My light is just gonna, give me 1 second. Okay, I'm back. Right. So I'm gonna let y'all carry on with the possessive adjectives. Get those written down. And then we'll move on to the next one. So if y'all just let me know when you're ready to go, all right? Okay. So while we're just writing down, let me see. I'll give you some more examples. Let me see. How would you say and let me see. What's an example I can do? What about and our Father? You could tell me how you'd say and our Father. If Father is Abba.
Slakin.
Come on, go ahead.
Is it wa, nawa, abba?
So with the possessive adjective, where does the possessive adjective go?
Is it in the front?
The preposition goes in front. Where does the possessive adjective go?
After the root word.
Correct, right? So the preposition goes before, so you correct with wa, but how would you say and our Father?
Wa, abba, nawa.
That's correct. That's it, right? So wa, abba, nawa. So and our Father. That's right. Perfect. All right. How would you say? What's another one I can do? Okay. What about in your name? Okay. So let's say I don't know. Sister wants to get married, so brother wants to be called. Well, it'll be by his name, but let's see what in your name is. How would you say that? So name is Sham.
Slack, sir, if I may.
Khan, go ahead.
Is it Bashamka?
Ba Shamka. That's perfect. So that is in your name, right? Well done. I think that's pretty much. Yeah, that'll work. I think y'all got it. All right. You're still working on writing down the Hebrew letters.
Well, sir, I finished.
Okay. Also in Christ. Is there anybody still writing down the possessive adjectives? Nope. All right. No sweat. Okay. So I can get rid of this. And we're going to move on to the next exercise. Okay. So we are going to break down the Bless Israel prayer. Okay. So word for word. Well, you know, word for word, we're going to break it down. Okay. So the first word is Yahweh. Right. So Yahweh is a name. So it's going to be the same in English as it in Hebrew. You can shock me and say how we'd say Yahweh in the Hebrew.
Slack, sir, if I may.
Khan.
Yahweh.
Well done, Yahweh. All right, Most High in Christ. So Yahweh is Yahweh. That's his name. All right, well done. Now, how would we say in the name or in the name of?
Slack, sir, if I may.
Salakia, is it?
Let me get. Khan, go ahead, Pathiala.
Is it Bahashim?
Bahasham. Well done. So Ba meaning in, Ha means the, Sham means name. So Bahasham. Right? And there's no Hebrew word for of, so it's just Bahasham, and then you'd say, who it's in the name of. How you say Yahweh Shai in the Hebrew? Let me get someone else. Tharpa, how would you say Yahweh Shai in the Hebrew? I'm going to give you a hint. It's a trick question. Also, Slack, if for some reason I can't hear your audio. Can anybody else hear Tharpa?
I can't.
You can? All right. Maybe it's something on my side. Let me try drop you back in, add you back in. Slack, says, could you say something now? I'm not getting any audio. I think she's gonna join back in. Let me give it to someone got it in the comments. How would you say Yahweh Shai in the Hebrew? It's Yahweh Shai. All right. Yahweh Shai is a name, so it's the same. You'd say it the same in both the English and the Hebrew. Unless you wanna translate Yahweh Shai as Jesus for whatever reason. His name is Yahweh Shai, so you'd say his name. We ain't no, fake Israelite group. We know his name and we say his name. All right. So, okay, this next part, I'm gonna have to teach you. Okay, so you already know the word for bless. So you can tell me what bless is in the Hebrew. You can tell me what bless is in the Hebrew.
Doctor, sir, is it aisle?
It's not aisle. Aisle means over. Anybody tell me what bless is in the Hebrew? So you want to refer back to your notes and find the word bless. Shema means watch. So like Shema aisle means watch over.
So Salaki, sir, if I may.
Khan, go ahead.
Barak.
Barak, that's right. Right, so the word for bless is Barak. So Barak means bless or salute. Okay, now to say bless us, what you're going to say is bless to us. Okay, and the way you'd say us is a similar way to how you'd say our, right? So you'd use the possessive adjective. So translating it literally, it would say to say bless us, you would say bless to our, right? But it translates Barak lenawa. So bless to our, but translates as bless us, right? So it's like who you're directing the blessing towards, right? So it's like an informal way of saying, bless us. You could say, for example, like bless you is Barak Athar formally, but you could say, Barak Lakar to say bless to you, right? That's an informal way of saying bless you. Okay, so we have Yahweh Bahashem Yahushai, Barak Lenawa, which means bless us. Now, how would we say and the schools? Right, so we have two prepositions and we have a plural word. Well, school is built of two words. Can't everyone got this correct, Barak. So I'm gonna give you just as trouble. School, so singular school is Bayath Sapar, and that is a masculine word. So how do we say and the schools?
Slakia, sir, is it wa ha okay.
So waha means and the, so that's correct. So waha, and then how would you say school or schools? So school is Bayath Sapar. How would we make that plural to say schools? We want to bless all the schools.
Salaki, sir, if I may.
Khan, go ahead.
Do you have yam on the end?
You add yam to the end. That's correct.
Bayath Shapayam.
That's right. So to say and the schools, it would be Waha Bayath Sapayam. Right?
Okay.
So let me get that right here. So Waha Bayath Sapayam. So and the schools. Right? Then this next part, blessed. How do you say bless in Hebrew?
Slakia, is it Barak?
Say again.
Is it Barak?
Barak. Well done. Did this earlier. So Barak, right? So and the schools, Barak, bless, then in the name of Yahweh Shai. Let's just do that whole phrase. So you can give me that whole phrase in the name of Yahweh Shai. Let me give that to Bathiala.
Bahashem Yahushai.
Bahashem Yahweh Shai. Brilliant. Well done. All right. So Barak, Bahashem Yahweh Shai. Bless in the name of Yahweh Shai. And then thank you. Who knows how to say thank you in the Hebrew?
Slakia, is it Devada?
It's Thawada. Well done. So Thawada. And then amen. Let me see. Type of R. Do you know what the word amen is in Hebrew?
God.
All right, no sweat. Kapad.
Salakia.
Khan, go ahead.
Is it Aman?
Aman. Well done. Right? So it is, let me get rid of this last one. Aman, which means so be it. So Thawada Aman. Thank you, and so be it. Right. Now for the fun part. So now we're going to translate this into the Hebrew letters. Or we're going to convert this into the Hebrew letters. So I've already translated it. So, for example, the first word is going to be Yahweh, right? So Yahweh, you should know from the previous words you've done. Yah, Ha, Wa, Ha. So Yahweh, right? And then you're going to add the connectors. So Yah, Ha, Wa, Yahweh. Right? And then underneath it, you're also going to write it out in the actually we'll write it all out in the Paleo, and then we'll write it out in the Assyrian as well. Right? So this is the first word, for example, Yahweh. And I want y'all to have a go at converting this this prayer into the Hebrew letters. So we're gonna use the Hebrew letters and the connectors. Okay. A shalom to Amelie. I think it's Amelie or Amelie. So like, you'd have to forgive me. All right, Yahweh Shemal, I thought about Shemi Shai. Checking in from Greenville, South Carolina. All right, so let me get rid of. Okay, so Yahweh in the Hebrew. Again, you have Yah, Ha, Wa, and Ha. Bahasham, you'll already have that from previous. You'll have Yahweh Bahasham Yahweh Shai. So I can just go ahead and release that. All right, Yahweh Bahasham Yahweh Shai. Yahweh Bahasham Yahweh Shai. And then this next word. So with Barak Lanawa, you're going to put it all into one word. So it's going to be Barak Lanawa. All right, so let's have a go at writing that out in the Hebrew letters. Okay. So the first thing you want to do, I'm going to do it with you, is identify what letters we have. Right? So you can see here, Barak, we have a Ba, a Ra, and a Ka. Right? So we know this is a 3-letter word. Then you have La, so that's 4 letters, and then Nawa, that's 2 more letters, right? So you have a 6-letter word. So Barak Lanawa is made up of 6 letters. So you're going to find what those 6 letters are, and then use the connectors to make it Barak Lanawa. Let's see what we come up with. So this is where you use your Hebrew alphabet to get the letters, and then just use the these arches to make it so that it's pronounced correctly, right? Pronounced according to Barak Lanawa. Okay, while I'm already here, I can go ahead and release it in the Assyrian as well. So Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai. So we're at the same spot. But what you'll want to do is write it out in the ancient first, and then if we have time at the end, we'll also write it out in the Assyrian. If we don't, because we're getting a little bit close to the time, what your homework will be is to convert that phrase in the Paleo Hebrew, convert that into the Assyrian. Right? So you'll want to keep in mind the letters that have different forms if they're at the end of a word. Right? So with Bahasham, you use this Ma, which is the Ma at the end of a word. Now with Barak Lanawa, that would usually be, you'd usually use the Ka, like in the word Barak, you'd have the ka this at the end of a word, right? But because Barak Lanawa, now the ka is not at the end of a word. You use the other form, right? If that makes
Slocky,
sense.
sir, if I may.
Khan, go ahead.
In the word Barak, I just wanted to ask if I got it correct. Is it 5 characters?
Barak is 3 characters.
Okay.
See, you don't do it letter by letter. So it's not ba, ra, ka. The letter ba is B and A, right? So this BA is just ba. So that's one Hebrew letter. Then ra, that's another Hebrew letter. And then this ka at the end, you can see in this case, the ra and the ka are connected. But it's just those 3 letters. So ba, ra, and ka.
Okay, calm, sir.
No sweat. Okay, so has anybody finished writing out Barak Linawa in the Hebrew?
Calm, sir. I think I am. Why I did it. I don't know if it's correct.
Can't, no sweat. Let me see what you've got.
Let me just write it darker.
All right, no sweat. Okay, so Barak La. Okay, so Barak Lanawa, you'd put it all into one word, right? So you wouldn't separate it; it would all just be one word. Now with Lanawa, you've added an extra ah, so that says La Anawa.
Okay, so I take out this one.
That's correct, right? So it would just be La, and then with Nawa, those aren't joined. If it was joined, it would be Lanao, right? It would be like Lanar, AW. But Lanawa, both are pronounced, right? So it's like that. So all you want to do is write Lanawa. You want to write it close to the Barak.
Okay.
So it's one word. All right, but well done.
Okay,
so
calm, sir.
Let me show you. Like right here, Barak Lanawa will look like this. All right, Barak Lanawa. Let me show you in the Assyrian. It will look like this. So again, as I was explaining with the ka, usually the ka you'd use for Barak is the ka at the end of a word, but because now the ka is not at the end of the word, you use the other form. So Barak Lanawa. Now the Assyrian Hebrew is a little bit harder to read than the modern Hebrew because you don't have the connectors, right? So the best Hebrew, the easiest Hebrew to read is of course the ancient Hebrew, but most Hebrews that you see today will be written in the modern Hebrew. Like for example, if you're reading for the Sabbath service, if you're reading the Tanakh, it's written in this Hebrew. So it's important to be able to be familiar with the Hebrew alphabet so you can recognize the letters. And once you recognize the letters, you'll start to recognize words. Like for example, I'll see this and I'm not going to think Baha Shama. I know that, Sham means name, but I know this word means in the name. So I know this is pronounced Bahasham. All right. The same with Yahweh. Everyone should know Yahweh. It's not Yahweh Ha, it's Yahweh. And Yahweh Shai. So you'll learn how to pronounce these words as you begin to read and carry on reading and get familiar with the words. All right. So Barak Lanawa. Okay, the next word. Now this is a long one. All right, this is. Wait, why is it done? Let me see what's it done here. So what's here? Oh, so lucky. I missed something out. My fault. Okay, so lucky. It says, bless us and Israel. That is entirely my fault. So lucky. It's like that might impact your notes. But there's a word. So okay, so and Israel. So you can tell me how you'd say and Israel in the Hebrew.
Salakia, is it Wa Yasher Allah?
Wa Yasha'ala. That's correct. All right. So Wa is and Yasha'ala. It's like here. Yasha'ala is Israel. Okay. Now to write that in Hebrew letters, again, you're gonna write this all in one word. These dashes are just so it's easy to read, right? Like prepositions. Okay, but really it would all be written like Barak Lanawa. You wouldn't have the dashes in the Hebrew letters, it would just read Barak Lanawa. Okay, now the same with Wa Yasha'ala. You have Wa, just identifying the letters. So you have Wa, Ya, Sha, Ra, with the Sha and the Ra connected. Then you have Ah and La. So Wa, Yashar, Allah. So we're going to have a go of writing out the Hebrew letters in the Assyrian for Wa, Yashar, Allah. Just a like for missing it out earlier. All right, so has anybody written down Wa Yashala and can show me?
I'm sorry, I did.
Okay, no sign Christ. All right, let's go ahead.
Okay. Wait, let me write it a little darker.
That's it. Okay, so Wa Yasha'ala. Okay, so the only thing you're missing right here is a Ra. So in between the Sha and the Ah, you're missing a Ra. All right, so it's Wa.
In between these two?
Yeah, missing a Ra. So it's Wa Ya. The Sha and the Ra will be connected. And then Ah and La are both pronounced separately. All right, so give me 1 second. Let me put it back on this view. So it will be written like this. So Wa Ya Shar Allah. So Wa Yashar Allah, meaning and Israel. Let me go ahead and release this in the Assyrian. So Wa Yashar Allah. Okay, now this next one, I won't, put you all through it with this long ass word. Wahaba Yath Sapayim. I'll just release it. All right. Call me merciful. All right. All right, let me go ahead. So Waha Bayath Sapayim. Right? And the schools. Okay, so here you have Waha Bayath Sapar. So there is a dash between Bayath and Sapar. Because it's like two different words, right? So Waha Bayath Sapar Yam, meaning and the schools. I know this seems a very long way to say schools, Bayath Sapayim, but that's Hebrew. Okay, let me release that in the Assyrian also. So it will be Waha Bayath Sapayim. All right. So Waha Bayath Sapayim. Okay. Barak. Let me see, we've got about 5 minutes on the time. Now Barak Bahashemi Haushai. We've done that, a billion times. We don't need to do that again. So Barak Bahashemi Haushai, release that. And then the last 2 words, I'm gonna let you catch up, and then we'll do the last 2 words together. Okay. Let me give you a little bit some more time. So we just did Wahaba Yathsapayim, so on the schools. Barak meaning bless in the name of Yahushai, so Bahashem Yahushai. And then Thawada Aman. Okay. So let me go through Thawada. We'll see how many letters we have. So with Thawada, we have Tha, Wa, Da, and Ha, right? So it ends in a H, meaning there's a Ha. But this DAH, meaning the Da and the Ha are connected. Okay, so you can see the Tha is fully written, Wa is fully written, Da is fully written, but the Ha, the A is chopped off, meaning the Da and the Ha are connected. Right? So it consists of 4 letters, and I want to see how you'll write that down. Using the arches. All right, so let me get. I'm gonna call for Diana to show me her example of Thawada, and then Bafia Allah, you're gonna show me Arman once we get there.
Okay. Wait, which one's Aman? Just to clarify.
Arman is the last word, so Arman meaning amen. So right here.
Okay,
cool. So it'll be after Thawada here. Again, because the Hebrew is from right to left, the English is from left to right.
Okay.
So in Arman, let me just go through it. For example, just let you know what letters there are. You can see, in fact, can you tell me what letters are in the word Arman? So how many Hebrew letters can you identify in this word?
Would that be 2?
It wouldn't be 2.
Okay, sir, if I may.
1 second. Let me get
Sorry.
No sweat. So what two, if it's 2 letters, what 2 letters do you see?
Ah and na.
Okay. So
Oh.
And na. Right? So the word is
Oh wait. Ah and ma. My Salakia.
No sweat. So you see and ma, right? So the word is man, so it ends in an N. Okay. Now this N signifies, so if it was just the 2 letters, it would be ama, which coincidentally means mother, right? But because it ends in an N, that is another Hebrew letter. Okay. The reason you don't see N-A being na is because the ma and the na are connected, right? So this is 3 letters. So there's ma, and there's na, right? But the ma and the na are connected. Does that make sense?
Khan. Yeah, Khan.
No sign, Chris. Hey, Shalom, Yahweh Shemal, I thought about Shem Shai. All right, checking in from VA. What's VA? Is it Virginia? I think it's Virginia. Okay. All right, give me 1 second. Let's go make this cool. All right. Sweet. Make sure y'all tune in for on the ends as well. We got on the ends after this class. So it'll be around from 9. I know it's after 9, but it'll start soon and it'll end to like 11. All right. So Diana, have you written down Thawada in the Hebrew?
I have, but I also written Arman.
Okay.
So,
Could you that's a good point. Let me see if you could just show me. Just try and like just show me where you've written Thawada, if you can. Just like cover Arman with your finger. We'll go through the last 2 words. And it will be Tawab. Okay. So we have, all right, I see it. That's perfect. Thawada. Well done. Well done. That's it. All right. And then Bathi Allah, if you could show me where you've written Arman.
Khan. I wasn't sure about the symbols, like the 1 symbols under it, but I think this is it.
Okay, so ma, and na. So those are the correct letters. Right, so for the symbols under it, so with Arman, you can see that you can hear the R is fully pronounced, right? So R is R doesn't have, R has this arch where it's pronounced separately. Now the ma and the na, they connect to make man, right? So ah man. So the way you'd write it is like this, right? So ah man. And then in the Assyrian, you have thawada, ah man. Again, this na is the form that you'd use at the end of a word, right? So that is what we just done, is basically translated and written out this whole prayer in the Hebrew. All right. So everyone, well done. Very good job. All right. Now we are over the time, Salakia. Let me not keep you all too long. With that, let me quickly go through the security announcements. Get this out of the way real quick, and then we'll close out with these salutes. All right. So we are the ISUPK, started out 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under commanding General Yohana. Rules for a new brother or sister: when a new brother or sister comes into the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They are here to shed themselves of the world. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There is another 6 months in which the brother and sister will court each other, and after this 6-month period, the brother and sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithes, which is a commandment. Numbers chapter 18, verse 21, and Malachi chapter 3, verse 8 to 10 means tenth in the Hebrew, ma'ashara, 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you. Give that to the treasury department or the teacher. There's also a free will offering for the priests. It's not mandatory. You can give whatsoever amount you would like. Upcoming holy convocations is the Feast of Purim, which is on the 22nd and 23rd of February. All Akim and Akweth, remember to check the bulletin board in the hallway. And if anybody wants to be a trooper in the school, start wearing all black. That's boots, shirts, pants, headbands, and scarves. And with that, I'm Madiam. So this would usually be for the brothers to stand. So I'm just going to salute the class. It says no brothers in class. All right, so I'm Madiam Shabbath. I'm Madiam, Barak, Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai Barakatham. All right, Yad Yamatah. And then if the sisters could stand, so I'm Madian. I'm going to salute the sisters. For Yemen of Israel, I'm Madiam Shabbat. I'm Madiam, Barak, Yahweh Shema Alathan Bahashem Yahushai. Yad Yamatah, which means hands down, and class dismissed. All right. Well done. Thank everyone for joining. I'll catch you all next week. Now, next week I will have the quiz prepared. All right. So be ready for that. Most High in Christ. Shalom.
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 Yeah.